about to flip everything you've been told about networking on its head. Because the women who successfully transition from corporate to entrepreneurship aren't the ones with the biggest networks. They are the ones with the deepest connections. When you make the shift, everything changes. People remember you. Opportunities will find you. Doors open that you didn't even know exist. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to the Confident Alchemist podcast, where bold women take the brave leap to build businesses and lives that they deserve. I am Debbie, and today I'm going to tell you why networking strategies is failing you, and it's not what you think. You've been to the events, you've collected the business cards, you've sent the LinkedIn connection requests, the coffee meetings, and you're still stuck in the same corporate job, wondering why your network isn't opening doors for you. Here's the brutal truth. You're not networking wrong because you are shy. You're not failing because you don't have enough contacts. You are stuck because you got taught to network like a man in a woman's world, and it's completely backfiring. The difference between networking and connecting is the difference between collecting business cards and building a business. Between having contacts and having advocates. Between knowing people and having people who know your worth. I used to be the queen of networking events. I had hundreds of LinkedIn connections and a drawer full of business cards and absolutely nothing to show for it. Then I learned the difference. Today, I'm going to show you why your current networking approach is actually appealing opportunities and give you completely a different strategy that will have people seeking you out instead of you chasing them. So let's destroy the networking myths that are keeping you invisible. So, let's start with the networking lies. Networking lie number 1. It's all about who you know. Wrong. It's about who knows what you can do. You can know the CEO of every company in your city, but if they don't know your value, you're just another face in their contact list. Most women approach networking like they're collecting Pokémon cards. I met the VP of marketing at ABC company. But did the VP of the marketing actually remember you? Do they know what problem you solve? Could they recommend you to someone who needs your expertise? People don't remember who you are. They remember how you made them feel and that value you brought to their lives. If your networking conversation is about you, trying to impress them, you've already lost. Lie number 2. You need to attend more events. This is the biggest waste of time and energy. Most networking events are full of people trying to sell to each other. It's like a room full of hunters with no prey. One meaningful conversation with the right person is worth more than 50 superficial conversations with random people. Stop trying to work the room. Start trying to serve the room. Here's what nobody tells you. Introverts have a massive advantage to make real connections, where extroverts are bouncing from person to person. Introverts are having more deep, meaningful conversations that people actually remember. Networking lie number 3. LinkedIn connection equals opportunities. Your 500 plus LinkedIn connections aren't helping you because connections without context are worthless. Having someone's contact information doesn't mean you have access to them. LinkedIn has created this illusion that adding someone to your network means you have a relationship with them. But when was the last time when one of your LinkedIn connections actually helped you to get opportunity? Real relationships require real investment. They require showing up consistently, adding value, and caring about the other's personal success, not just your own. Network line number 4. You need to pitch yourself. The fastest way to kill a networking conversation is to launch into your elevated pitch. Nobody cares about your resume. They care about their problem. When you lead with what you do, you're making the conversation about you. When you lead with curiosity about them, you're making the conversation about value about them. The most powerful networking tool isn't your elevated pitch. It's your ability to ask questions that make people think, feel understood, and see possibilities. Now, let me give you the connection code, the strategy that actually builds relationships that open doors. The connection principle number 1. Lead with curiosity, not credentials. Instead of telling people what you do, ask them about their biggest challenges. Instead of sharing your achievements, discover their aspirations. Instead of pitching your services, understand their struggles. Asking a question like, "What's the most exciting project you're working on right now?" is definitely more powerful than, "Let me tell you about my background in marketing." People will forget about what you said about yourself, but they will never forget how you made them feel heard and understood. The connection principle number 2. Become a connector, not a collector. Stop trying to get value from your network. Start giving value to them. The most powerful people in any industry aren't the ones who knows everyone. They are the ones that everybody comes to for connections. When you become known as the one who connects others, you become the center of the network instead of just another node in it. Scarcity thinking says, "I need to hoard my connections." Abundance thinking says, "The more I give, the more I receive." When you introduce two people who can help each other, both of them will remember you as valuable. The connection principle number 3. Follow up with value, not requests. Most people follow up with, "Let's grab a coffee sometimes," or "I'd love to pick your brain." These are requests disguised as relationship building. Instead, follow up with something useful. An article that relates to their challenge, an introduction to someone who can help them, a resource that solved their problem. Lead with giving, not getting. Connection principle number 4. Build relationships before you need them. The biggest networking mistake is only reaching out when you need something. By then, it's too late. You're not building relationships. You're making transactions. Real connectors invest in relationships consistently, not just when they need something. They check in regularly, celebrate others' wins, and offer support during challenges. Relationships compound over time. The person who's an intern today might be a CEO tomorrow. The colleague who is struggling now might be your biggest advocate later. Connection principle number 5. Be memorable for the right reasons. Don't try to be the smartest person in the room. Be the most helpful. Don't try to impress with your achievements. Impress with your genuine interest in others. Authenticity is rare in networking environments. When you show up as genuinely yourself, genuinely interested in others, and genuinely helpful, you will stand out immediately. People remember stories, not statistics. Stay stories about challenges that you've overcome, lessons you have learned, and transformations you have witnessed. Stories create emotional connection that facts never can. Here's what I want you to understand. The future belongs to the connectors, not the collectors. In a world where everyone is trying to network their way to success, the people who focus on genuine connections will dominate. We are moving into relationship economy where trust, authenticity, and genuine care are the new currency. Your ability to build real relationships will determine your success more than your resume will ever. Women have a natural advantage in this new economy. We are wired for relationship building, emotional intelligence, and collaborative success. The networking strategy that works for men in the old boys club don't work for us, and they don't need to. Instead of trying to network like men, let's connect like women. Let's build relationships based on mutual support, genuine care, and collaborative success. Let's create networks that nurture instead of networks that extract. Here's your new network strategy. Before your next networking event, set the goal to help 3 people instead of meeting 3 people. Ask better questions. Listen more than you talk. Follow up with value, not requests. Stop asking, what can this person do for me? And start asking, what can I do for this person? Stop thinking, how can I impress them? Start thinking, how can I serve them? When you shift from networking to connection, something magical happens. People start coming to you. Opportunities start finding you. Your reputation precedes you instead of you having to build it in every conversation. The return on investment for genuine relationships is infinite. One real connection can change your entire career trajectory. One authentic relationship can open doors you didn't even know could exist. Here's my challenge to you. For the next 30 days, focus on connecting rather than networking. Help someone every day. Make one meaningful introduction per week. Follow up with value, not requests. Listeners, I want you to remember this. Your network is not your net worth. Your relationships are your real worth. Stop collecting contacts and start building connections. Stop trying to impress and start trying to serve. Stop networking like it's a transaction and start connecting like it's a relationship. When you make this shift, everything changes. People remember you. Opportunities will find you. Doors open that you didn't even know exist. If you are ready to start networking and start connecting, if you are ready to build relationships that actually open doors, I want to help you. Please listen to my podcast over and over again and remember to use all these connection principles I just gave you. This will surely open doors for you. Please join my Confident Alchemist community, where you can connect with other women who understand the power of authentic relationships. You practice these connectors principles in a safe, supportive environment. So here's my challenge. Share this episode with one woman who's been networking without results. Tag me and tell me one of the meaningful connections you have made. Remember, listeners, in a world full of networkers, be a connector. In a room full of collectors, be a giver. In a space full of transactions, be a relationship builder. Your next opportunity isn't hiding in your contact list. It is waiting in your next genuine connection. Thank you for listening, and I see you next week for another dose of truth, boldness, and transformation.